What's good, y'all? Hold on. Let's see if we can go on. Hold on, we're gonna start reaction in a second. We're gonna start the reaction in a second. But today is gonna be a different stream. But later on we are doing like a regular stream. But like right now, I wanna see how we get better at Brawl Stars. Cause that Agger shit was insane. So we're gonna, this is our redemption right here. Little redemption arc. Hold on. Hold on. Make sure y'all like the stream up, chat. Make sure y'all like the stream. Hold on. Going to do friend. Please. After the reaction. Hold on, chat. We're typing a pen real quick, you feel me? Nothing too crazy. Hit that bill like she lazy. Talking to shit like I'm Jay-Z. Hold on. Alright, so y'all, we got a couple videos here, chat. We're gonna start with this one, but we have a couple of videos here. Let's pin this right here. Pin message. There you go. Alright, let's start, chat. Let's start.
You think that your aiming skills get affected by your low accuracy. But what if I told you that's not true? To prove it, I conducted an experiment. I gathered 4 players ranging from a beginner mythic player all the way to an advanced pro rank player, and I analyzed every single one of their shots. Stay till the end because the data will shock you. But first, let's explain the rules.
I need this?
The
Yeah, bro. We all do, bro. Like, I have a couple videos set up, chat, and we're gonna get into this, bro. We're ready, man.
He tested in 3 aiming
We are
rounds,
ready.
playing with 3
Is the sound good?
brawlers.
Like,
The
I mean,
first
like, is
round
it too
with
loud?
Colt,
Let me
testing
check.
how well they can aim.
Hold on, check. I want to check if it's too loud or whatever. You feel me? I don't want it to be too loud. It's not bad. Okay, it's not bad. All right.
The brawler
go.
that has multiple projectiles. On the second round,
All right. So
they'll
first, hold
play
on. Let me say the first video.
testing how many shots they can hit that actually matter. But on the third and final round, the players will be tested with the ultimate sniper. Viper's slow reload speed.
Yeah, you could join out the
requires them
reaction
to hit
chat.
a lot of shots back
It's
to
gonna be a
back
little bit
to
though. We
get
got a lot of
the
reaction to do,
players can
chat, because
pick
I
any
want
build
to
they
get better at the
want,
game.
but they can only
So let's
use
focus.
attacks.
Let's focus on the
It's
video.
a pure aiming experiment. No luck factors, just shooting. As for me, I'll be the guy dodging them. I'll be using max every time and try not to use my gadget that much to make it
Okay.
fair. Before we move on though, let's analyze how to aim properly so you have an idea on what to expect and how to judge each rank by yourself. There are
Okay.
a lot of tips when it comes to aiming, so let's talk about each one of them.
I feel like I'm pretty good with aiming with Leon, but when it comes to other characters like Piper and Colt, it's like I always miss like full clips with them, and I think that that's a problem, and we really need to fix that. I'm hoping this video can help me with that.
If you want to have the advantage, you should pick brawlers that outrange your opponents. Always visualize the opponent's range and stay out of it. But if
Okay.
they manage to pick a brawler that outranges you, you need to get closer to them. Try dodging some attacks to get in range and then shoot them. But don't waste your shots if you know they're not gonna hit. You can also back down while shooting if they're pressuring you back. This increases your
spam.
overall range. Now when it comes to
Okay, we are getting the ad, chat. Oh my goodness, we already getting the ad, bro. Hurry up.
down while shooting if they're pressuring you back. This increases your overall range. Now when it comes to auto-aiming, you should be cautious. Don't use it unless you're up close or if you know that the enemy is staying at the same spot. You can predict that by recognizing the 5 main dodging patterns that the enemy is using. I made a similar video about dodging, so you can go check it out after this one. But another really important tip when it comes to aiming is to always pre-aim. That way you can track the enemy's movement more accurately. Now some more specialized tips for real
Does he mean like a whole bit of mine
matches.
flicking?
Double shots are super
get that
effective, as you'll see later on. You shoot at the same spot twice. Most people will dodge the first, but they'll get hit by the second one. You should also shoot at narrow points on the map. This means close to walls or at the side of bushes where the enemy will likely hide. Also, keep your shots if you're low on health. That way, when the enemy is pressuring you, you can shoot while backing down and surprise them. But your movement matters when you're shooting too, and can dramatically change where the shot is gonna end up. You can either move at the same direction as your shot or in the opposite one. It always depends on where the opponent is located and how they're moving to. But an advanced technique for real matches is to learn how to pinch. Pinching means shooting an opponent from two different angles. So to do that, you need to coordinate with your team and target an enemy that is low on health or that is hiding behind walls to take
Oh hell no, I don't know if he can. He can get me. You just missed all those, bro. I don't know, bro.
Down faster. But to actually improve your aim, you need to practice. Find a friend who wants to improve too and hop in some friendly games for 5 to 10 minutes before your actual matches. And that's aiming in a nutshell.
We're about to play
Question remains,
friendlies for hours after
does your
this.
rank accurately represent your aiming skills? Let's start with our mythic player. This is the subscriber that got selected. If you want to participate in similar experiments, make sure you subscribe
Oh,
to
and
the
chat, this is
channel
not the only video, by the way. We got like 6 videos ready, just so y'all know.
Discord
We got
server
6
from the
videos
link in
ready.
the description. But as you can see here, Fearless created his account in 2023. He has 38,000 trophies and almost 6,033 victories. So let's see how he performs. Hopping into the first match, we're testing his ability to hit multiple projectiles. Fearless started out strong, hitting a full clip after a few seconds in. But I managed to understand his shooting patterns and reacted to a lot of his shots. Because of that, I could predict where he was gonna shoot next and dodge it almost all the time. And while he hit some good shots here and there, he didn't manage to find the finishing shots and I always healed back up.
How do you predict
Final
movement,
stats
though?
for
I
our
feel like that's
first
the harder
round
part.
are 0
Predicting how they're gonna move.
36,865 damage dealt and 58 out of 360 shots connected, which means our mythic player had a 16.1% aiming accuracy. This number may seem low, but it's because Colt has a lot of projectiles. But now, let's see how a mythic player shoots with B. Here we're testing if the contestants can hit the shots that actually matter, meaning B's big shots. Fearless started off strong, connecting a few shots on me and eventually taking me down for the first time. He's using the below star power, which gives him an extra chance to hit his big shot. But did you notice something weird? By trying to read my dodging patterns, Fearless is shooting way too slow. This happened with Colt as well, and it was the reason
That's
we
what I
couldn't get
mean.
a
Like, wait, why
kill
is
in
my
that
shit lagging?
round. But near the end, he spammed his attacks faster, and he ended up getting another kill with his big shot. So the final stats for the second round are 2 kills, 33,615 damage dealt, and 17 out of 49 shots connected, which means our mythic player's aiming accuracy went up to 34.7%. But now it's time for the ultimate test. Let's see how beginner players aim with Piper. Piper's shots are tougher to hit at mid-range, so you want to keep your distance and try hitting the opponent from max range. But the more shots you can hit, the more shots you'll have because of Piper's snappy sniping star power. So if Fearless doesn't hit his shots, the round could end up badly for him. Let's see how it goes. The round didn't start out great for him. I knew his patterns and managed to dodge all of his attacks while rotating up. But then, this happened. He got me 3 times in a row, which is exactly what he needs to do to get me down. But he couldn't read my patterns exactly, so I managed to dodge nearly all of his shots. Near the end though, he hit some crucial shots and I couldn't quite dodge his finishing attack.
I feel like long range shots are, for
Third
some
round of our
reason,
mythic
with
player are 2
long
kills
range
again
characters is
and
just
8
so
out
much
of
easier than
42 shots
close range ones.
connected with a
It's kind of the opposite in other
90%
games.
aiming accuracy. Fearless didn't hit a lot of shots, but he got 2 kills out of the ones he did. Solid performance overall. Now I'll be showing as well as comparing the overall stats of all ranks at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But for now, let's move on to our legendary.
You getting a pro too?
James, aka Salmon, is an
Okay. I'm fine with it, chat. Hey, chat, I hope y'all enjoying this, because we trying to learn today. Y'all gotta put y'all thinking caps on for this one, chat. Oh, we got 2 ads, my bad. Oh yeah, we trying to learn today.
Salmon is an old friend of mine that offered to help with this challenge. He created his account in 2021 and he has almost 83,000 trophies and 14,400 3v3 victories. But is this enough to outperform the mythic player? First round, as always, is with Colt. And yeah, I put on a skin to make it more interesting this time. James started out really strong. His aim was on point and he was super close to hitting me, but I managed to dodge his first few attacks. But my luck wouldn't last forever. He eventually got me low and managed to get a kill. After respawning, he did it again, but faster this time. Near the end, he clipped me twice to get a 3rd kill, but couldn't get a fourth one on time. But did you notice it? James was spamming his shots faster than Fearless did. And that's why
he has better
final
comprehension.
stats are 3 kills, 43,609 damage dealt, and 69 out of 360 shots connected, which means our legendary player had a 19.2% aiming accuracy. Mild improvement on the accuracy compared to our mythic player, but he got 3 kills compared to 0. Let's see if he can hit important shots though. Hopping into the second round with
That's really the
me,
problem,
and
though.
you can immediately
Bro,
feel
we're
the
just watching how to get better
James is
at Brawl
spamming
Stars,
his
man. I
shots
gotta
all fast.
learn,
That alone
chat.
caught me off guard, so I got hit a few times at the start. But after I got used to it, I started dodging him pretty well. It took him all round to finally start focusing and hit some important shots, and he also managed to get a kill in the last 10 seconds. So the final stats for the second round are 1 kill, 31,475 damage dealt, and 16 out of 71 shots connected, so a 22.5% aiming accuracy. James hit more shots but just couldn't finish me off. Which brings us to the final round. Let's see if he can finish strong. Now Piper shots are really unforgiving, but he managed to get me low after a few attacks.
But like,
I
is he
tried
gonna
to
give
back
us
down
any
with
advice on how to
but
like
he
move
ended up
right?
getting the kill.
Like, he's showing us like
James's
different
luck
people
would
playing,
end
but I don't
there.
think this really
I
helps us
always
too
managed
much.
to dodge his finishing shots
I mean, I
and
guess
pull
knowing
back
helps
up,
us, but
which means the final stats for the third
I was hoping for
round
like
for
some
our
like
legendary
some like
player are
technique or
1
something.
kill again, 37,115 damage dealt.
I guess it's really like a mind thing. It could really be a mind thing, chat, because if you really think about it, like the person that was shooting faster was getting the most, so it's just like this shit not gonna help you in the slightest. It's an aim one. The next one will, chat. The next one will. If this one doesn't, the next one will.
But now we're in the big leagues. Let's analyze every single shot of the Masters player.
Okay, here he goes.
Mikey is a full-time Masters player with the old as well as the new system, with his new peak being Masters 2 and his old peak being over 10,000 elo. He has over 100,000 trophies and almost 42,303 victories. Now this just got interesting, and it indeed was.
Nah, if you do that, if you do it that way, then you're gonna just
Anyway,
you're gonna keep on fucking up because you're not. It's a mental thing. Like, chat, you gotta have like you gotta know what you're trying to like. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Like movement, like how people dodge skills and stuff. Like, we're gonna watch a dodging video too. We're gonna learn how to dodge too, chat. What's good, kids? What's good, Brian?
So I respawn back, and he gets 2 more full clips again. But after that, I managed to dodge a couple of his attacks while being low on health. He always kept optimal distance from me, so he managed to get another clutch shot near the end to finish off the round with 4 kills, 36,730 damage dealt, and 59 out of 324 shots connected, with an 18.2% aiming accuracy. Not too shabby.
I don't think,
Let's see how Masters
Should we go to the next one? I don't think this is gonna help us.
Surprisingly, Mikey was the first contestant.
Yeah, he's not really telling us anything. He's just showing us how other people play, chat. He's not telling us anything. Let's go to the next video. He's not telling us anything. He's just showing us how other people
I've been
play.
playing Brawl Stars for almost 9 years, way before.
All right, 27 things I wish. Wait.
I've had to learn many things.
27 things I wish I knew when I started Brawl Stars. Let's go.
Things that, looking back, I wish I would have known when I first started playing. So for all you newer players out there, this video is for you, but also you veterans. I need you guys to leave your best tips that I don't cover in the comments down below. The future Brawl Stars players of the world are depending on you. Starting off, we have
is
the
this guy?
important thing to
Oh, yeah,
know
his name
about
is
Brawl
Lex, okay.
Stars, and that is the brawlers themselves and the meta surrounding them. Meta meaning which brawlers are good and not so good in the moment. If you ever plan on reaching Masters in Ranked or getting those Prestige 3s, it's important to know which brawlers are good and which ones you might want to stay away from for at least a while until they get buffed. And with that meta changing almost every update, I always suggest that you...
Oh, chat, we're also going to watch a rank list too, so we don't got to focus on this. We're going to watch a rank list too,
Bobby, they make these
so we can know what brawlers are worth.
So always be sure to check them out to get the best insight on who you should be looking out for. And you can also watch this this video on which brawlers you should max out first after you finish watching this one. And speaking of maxing out your brawlers, this leads me to my next tip, which is to always manage your resources. Now, I know that it may be tempting just to instantly max out every new brawler you unlock, but I'd suggest that you at least get most of your brawlers to power level 9 before finishing off those ones to max. I say this because there's always a chance that you can unlock their star power or gadgets, which are both usable at level 9, and you can get them for free from star drops or other kinds of boxes.
They can't do that.
And those
Bibby
last
in,
couple of
she should be in here. I don't know. Bibby should be in here, chat.
Honestly, you can still push
not
up
in this
any
one
trophy
specifically,
with
but we got
power
other
9.
videos
It's
coming.
tough,
So we're
but
learning
it's
how to
doable.
play, chat.
But you know what's not tough? Checking out today's sponsor. Cookie Run is an icon. Promotes. You can do so by cool skins, and I've just been having a ton of fun playing. And if you want to get in on the fun, you can do so by downloading the game via the link in the description or the pinned comment. And thanks again to Dev Sisters for sponsoring today's video.
All right, now back to it.
Now, if you don't want to wait for the RNG gods to bless you in your drops, you could spend a few bucks in the game if you really want to max out your account as soon as possible. But if I'm being completely honest, you really don't need to spend any money in Brawl Stars. I say this because I just finished my free-to-play series where I have 100 prestige, masters and ranked, tons of cool skins, and
free-to-play series
all for free. But if you plan on playing Brawl Stars for a
they
while,
did that on
and
Clash
there
of Clans
comes a
too.
time you want to
They
buy
did that on every
something, so long as you
Supercell
can
game.
afford to, of
That was
course,
an old tier
I
list,
have
probably.
to answer the question that you will inevitably ask yourself. What should I spend my money on? Well, if you want the best value in the game, I always recommend you buy the Brawl Pass Plus, as it comes with so many more resources than the regular Brawl Pass. The Pro Pass is good too, but it's not quite the value that the Brawl Pass Plus is. And as a bonus, you get some cool cosmetics that you otherwise wouldn't get without a ton of luck or waiting quite a while. But if you want to win as many trophies as possible in as little time as possible, I would heartily recommend that you do that in Brawl Ball. Not only is it the most popular mode in the game, but it's the one that you can gain trophies for in a hurry. And if you find yourself in a game with some really good randoms, be sure to hit that play again button, as there's always a chance that you could make some friends in the process.
Well, I can do it with viewers. I can do it with viewers.
If you're more of a solo 1v1 kind of player, then I would suggest you play duels whenever it is in rotation. I mean, sure.
No, I said no.
24/7.
As in the tips can still be
You're
good.
gonna have to deal with teamers once you get
And I
past a certain
said
amount of
that we're gonna
trophies.
watch a
And
different
let me
tier.
tell
There's
you,
like I think there's another
nothing worse than
video on
losing
here
10
like
trophies
ranking
because
characters or whatever,
somebody
so we can learn like
refused to play a
who's
mode
good
called
against each other and
Solo
stuff.
Showdown as it was intended. Plus, in duels, matches can finish much quicker. And
what do you mean? I
can
said
earn
no.
trophies for
I didn't say
3
no to the
brawlers
tier
per match
list.
instead of just
I didn't even
one
look at
a
the tier
time.
list.
I mean, Brawl Ball is still faster, no doubt, but there are options. Now, I already mentioned how important coins and power points are, but there is one resource that I haven't mentioned yet, and that's credits. These are what you will be needing to unlock new brawlers from the Star Road. Now, earlier I said that you should be leveling up and picking the best brawlers, but that advice mostly applies to the more competitive players. And honestly, most players in this game are on the casual side, and that's totally cool. And not only that, but
we're competitive now, chat. We used to be casual. Now we're switching to competitive today.
How hard they
we're
are to play,
switching. We're
or
now
whatever.
competitive.
So that leads me to my next tip, which is find your main. Every brawler is somebody's favorite. Yes, even
Leon.
and so long as you practice and
My
get
name
used to
is
how the brawlers
Leon.
play, you're going to find one
They
that
got
really
nerfed, but
resonates
he's still
with
good.
you. If you like to get up close and personal, you can play Edgar, El Primo, or Bull. If you like to stay back and play more of a control style, Penny and Jesse are pretty good options early on.
Say
Maybe
Leon.
you want to play the role of a healer. Well, Poco, Byron, or even the new brawler Globert. Yes, we're calling them Globert, not Glowy. They're all good choices. And that is the
Globert.
beauty of Brawl Stars. There are so many brawlers making for so many different ways to play, whether you're playing alone or with friends. Although it is way more fun to play with friends. And speaking of friends, I suggest that you play in a
we're
team
playing with viewers.
whenever you can. Now, in events such as the Championship Challenge or in the new Brawler releases, I cannot stress how important it is to get together with a buddy or two. Not only will playing with teammates improve your odds of winning, but your overall experience is going to be a lot more fun and less frustrating. If you strategize and plan accordingly, you'll surely win most of your matches before the game even starts. Unless the other team's just better, which happens. It is tough to find an active club when you first start, and that's something that...
Chat, we got a club, so like I'm building my club right now.
Trophies, your options will open up, and you'll find a place to join that's active, and you'll be making friends in no time. Once you have those friends, one thing that you should always plan out.
I think that's
before
more because
starting
their
any
max
match
is 30 though. I think
your
they should
team
up
comp,
it
especially
on
in ranked.
the
Now it
stuff.
may
They
sound
should up
fun
the,
to play Bull, El
like people can be
Primo,
in
and
clans.
Rosa, a team consisting of some big and bad tanks.
And they should make another mode where you can put more people in the friendlies.
When you spawn in and see the other team consists of, say,
Higher than
Shelly,
12.
B, and Max, brawlers that have the range and added abilities to counter them all. Basically, what I'm saying is that every brawler has their strengths and weaknesses.
Right.
And instead of building a team that solely shines in one aspect and spectacularly failing in everything else, it's best to create a team that's balanced, where everyone can cover for each other's weaknesses. For example, Crow
Bull,
is
my
a
main, of
great
course.
assassin with damage and control. But
Bull is a good
doesn't have
person.
lot of hit
Bull, I mean,
points.
good character.
A brawler like, say, Buster.
It was
can cover
100
for
before
Crow,
they made
thanks
it
to his
down
high health
30,
and his
so
super.
I doubt
However,
they're gonna
Buster
change
doesn't
it
have
for
a
his
lot of
stream.
range, and he
Why would
isn't
they change it from
invincible, as
100?
well as
Probably
he's
a
not
lot
the
of clubs
quickest
got
on his feet.
disbanded after
Enter
that.
Jay Young, whose healing and speed boosts help his teammates stay alive.
They
and
should
move
make it
quickly
50 like
across
Clash
the
of
map.
Clans.
But then again, Jay Young doesn't really excel at
40
map
something.
control. Which brings us full circle back to Crow, whose slow gadget and non-stop poisons offer great control. So in the end, you've got a team that consists of a
Best
strong
range is
attacker,
Brian.
a protective
And isn't
tank,
that the
and some
healer?
reliable support. That, my friends, is team building 101. Now, I'm not saying that these brawlers are the best in class, even for this example, but the point is you have to build a team that covers all bases.
Right.
But it's not just brawler comps that are important. You also need to learn map layouts and which brawlers shine in specific maps. For example, if you're playing on a map with a lot of walls, a brawler like Rico is more than likely going to be a very good pick, since his shots travel further when bouncing off walls, or he can get into spots that you wouldn't normally get to. Or if you're playing on a map with lots of water, brawler like Angelo or Eve can do really good since they can move over water, and that gives them a huge advantage. There's also positioning and taking lanes, which are crucial to winning. You're going to always want to pay attention to which enemy is in which lane.
No
in your
face, watch
matchups.
Bobby's
For
draft
example,
tutorial. I
if
don't
you're
know who that
playing
is.
Surge and there's an El Primo on the enemy team, and he takes the right hand
I already
side of
got
the lane,
videos on
you
here.
should obviously take the same
I
lane
got more,
as El
chat.
Primo, as you're going to have the
This is
advantage
just the
thanks
start.
to your longer range and that super that counters aggressive brawlers.
I got like 6
But just
videos.
because a brawler has long range doesn't mean that you should expect to just auto aim with them and win. Practicing your aim is extremely important, and
Right.
some brawlers really reward you for doing so.
I feel like my
Maisie
most
is the
practiced
perfect
aim, and I
example.
hit a lot of shots
She
with him,
needs
is Leon.
absolute perfect
I
precision
know how to
hit
really
her
do it.
targets, as she has the
To an
worst
extent.
auto aim among every brawler in the game because of the slight delay of her shots. However, if you hit them, boy does she do a lot of damage. And then there's other brawlers like Lou or Piper, for example, who need good aim to work, and they both have
Right.
star powers that can reward you for being able to land your shots, making them even more rewarding to master. Bottom line is that aside from a few brawlers that are very close range or have very wide cone style shots, don't auto aim, just practice aiming, and you trust me, you will be better off for it. But it's not enough just to master aiming. You also need to learn how to dodge the enemy shots, or juke. For example, if you're trying
Call
to get
is a
from
good
one
range. Hold on, I
spot
can't see
to
all the text
another,
right now. Hold on.
running in a straight line is not the best idea, since you'll be a very easy and predictable target to land shots on.
Of course.
Instead, you should try to be as unpredictable as possible. I mean, your enemy's going to have good aim, but it's going to be a lot tougher for them if they don't know where you're going to be 1 second from the next. So in short, don't run in a straight line, zigzag, move
Bobby?
unpredictably. Your
We'll do
enemies
it.
are
We'll
gonna
do it at
miss
the
their
end, chat.
shots.
We'll do
And
Bobby
while
at the
we're on
end then.
topic
I don't know
of
who
juking,
Bobby is, but
one
we'll do
key
Bobby
part
at the
that
end.
I didn't mention is that for most brawlers, you want to stay at a far
We'll
distance.
do Bobby at the end. I don't know who
yes,
Bobby
there
is,
are
but we'll do
some
him.
brawlers that you're going to want to get as close to as you can. Like
I don't think I have a
Bull
rank guide
or
anyway,
Leon,
so I'll
but
get that in.
Playing against them is a very different story, since they deal more damage when they're really close up. So you're going to want to avoid that. However, you should always try to stay at the max range of your brawler unless they're meant to play really close.
Yeah, I know.
Trust
Yeah,
me,
yeah. This
it'll
is
work
something I
out
already
way
know.
better for you. But you know what doesn't work? Kamikazing. I cannot even begin to tell you how frustrating it is to see your teammate running towards the entire enemy team all by themselves, only to die because they didn't have the backup that they needed to
Right.
survive and win. And more often than not, it will lead to your defeat.
But sometimes,
And you'll
chat,
feed
it's just
the other
like
team their
sometimes
supers,
you will
which
think
is
that your
going to
team is
make
with you, though.
everything snowball and
they
make it
died.
worse. I mean, look.
So sometimes that's
I
like a
get it.
double thing.
We've all been there. You see some juicy power cubes and you really want to get it, but it's going to be risky to try.
Right.
It's probably not going to work out well for you. Or perhaps the timer is ticking away and you need to make your move soon, but your teammates are dead and the other team is at full strength. Like, just try to resist that urge to charge in and be the hero. It won't end well.
Bro, stop typing your player ID. Why do you keep doing that? Oh, being annoying. All right, chat. Ad, I guess. But yeah, it's just crazy, man. I'm learning a little bit off of this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm learning stuff that I didn't know a little bit, but some of the stuff I already knew, like the range stuff. I already knew that. It's good.
Oh my god, he just ran in.
And while, yes, it's not impossible to solo the enemy team, because there are some brawlers that do have the power to do so with a super,
of course,
like a Terra, but it's just generally safer just to fall back, heal up, wait for your teammates, and you can all charge in together. Like Chester says,
teamwork makes the dream work.
And since we're talking about teamwork, allow me to give you some tips for every one of Brawl Stars' mainstay game modes, as well as a little bit for duels and showdown too. Let's start with the classic mode, Gem Grab. Now in Gem Grab, your team should have different roles, from an attacker to a control, and most importantly, a gem carrier. Now, if you are the one tasked with holding the gems, the most
we're not doing that right
thing
now.
for you
Just
to
wait.
do is stay safe. Do not take unnecessary risks. Make sure the coast is clear before you go pick up that gem in the middle. Keep track of your teammates and the enemies around the map so that you don't get ambushed. Play it safe, because the entire team is counting on you not to die.
But chat, I feel like sometimes, like, hear me out. I feel like sometimes when you play it too safe, like, your teammates do something dumb. That's why you need, like, coordination, I guess you said. You need like coordination. Sometimes your teammates will do something dumb too, and they just like fuck up the whole thing.
It's fun to have your name pop up on the screen for the goal, but don't be a ball hog. If you got a teammate that's further up the map than you, pass it to them. And if
of course, yes. That is true, chat. That is true. A lot of people don't pass. A lot of people do not pass.
Be a good teammate and always be looking out for someone who has the best.
You don't need to hit it. Regardless if you hit it or not, we still win. So I feel like you gotta pass that up.
Knockout, you want to play passively and try to wither your enemies down as the match goes on. When the entire purpose of the mode is to get kills, do everything that you can not to put yourself in a bad spot where death is likely. Especially in knockout, because it's tough enough to win a 3v3, but if your team is now facing a 2v3 or a 1v3, your chances of walking away with trophies just got drastically worse. And trust me, you do not want to be that guy who dies first.
Right.
For Brawl Arena, you should focus on defeating as many bots as possible. The more bots you defeat, the more XP you'll gain.
I don't really play this. I've never played. I played it like 2-3 times.
The more you level up, the stronger and faster and tankier you will be, making it very hard for the enemy team to kill you. It is a huge snowball effect. Once you get powerful enough, you can steamroll the other team. Additionally, make sure that your team is the one that kills the kaiju if it lasts that long. It's basically a free win if you do. You can even go in there and still kill up the kaiju. Like, let the enemy team do all the dirty work. We're
gonna learn about draft soon, chat. I don't really understand draft too much, but we're gonna learn about it soon. Like in this, I think it should be. I think I have a video for that. And he said Bobby has one.
You want to make sure that you're avoiding enemy attacks as much as possible.
I'll be very confused on Bobby.
But staying in that zone is the main objective. And the less you get hit, the more you can stay in there. Or even better, if there are walls inside the zone, like parallel plays, just hide and run around those walls like it's a game of Ring Around the Rosie. Okay, this tip for heist is very specific, and it has to do with a certain brawler type. If you see an enemy, Jesse or Nita, or any brawler with a spawnable who are on your safe without their super, leave them alone. Just like, do not engage. I see players make this mistake all the time, and it always goes something like this. There's an enemy, Jessie, and she's just slowly chipping away at their safe, so your teammate decides they should try to fight her instead of focusing on the main objective, the enemy safe. Instead, they go to fight her, they charge up her super, and then she has this thing that is going to absolutely melt your safe and lose you the match.
Chat, I've learned that because I've played Jesse. If someone tries to focus you and you're able to get that kill, sometimes they can kill you, but if you're able to get that kill off of them or get that ult off of them, you can do a lot of damage on their stuff. So I understand where he's coming from. That's actually a very good point.
They're practically worthless, so please, just ignore them, and they're going to be dead weight for their team.
On my video or his?
Also, don't play Kit and Heist. And speaking of Kit,
W ads on my video, L ads on his video.
No, I'm just kidding. Or at least any other type of brawler who automatically charges their super, like Buzz, Daryl, Edgar, etc. This is so that you can charge up your super and your hypercharge, as what you filled of that respective meter carries over to your next brawler in your party. So even if you lose a round and you built up a hypercharge, that brawler may be dead, but your next brawler is ready to go. And once you're ready to go into solo showdown, one thing that you should always do there is
so like Stu. Stu is a very good 1v1 character on duels. I would say that.
Don't check the bushes before you enter them. The next thing you know, You've been blasted to smithereens by a Shelly Super. It's the classic meme because it's true. And even if you did check the bushes, you know what? It might not hurt just to double check because enemy could juke your shot and just move over in the bush. Just
see, bushes is 101 though, chat. I feel like if you play the game yourself, you will eventually learn that bushes are something that you must check every game.
Another tip I'd suggest
like without fail, you have to check bushes. There's not no other way.
There's nothing worse than just spamming out your shots, and then here comes a brawler, and you've got nothing to protect yourself. Collecting power cubes may be very important, but even if you do collect a lot of them, it won't matter if you're the first to die. So just use one shot at a time unless you're really sure that there's no one around. And speaking of power cubes, in duo and trio showdown, you always want to wait for your teammates to completely respawn before you collect any power cubes, if you can help it. This is extremely important. I have had way
sometimes you don't want to lose them
randoms
though.
Pick up power cubes before my countdown timer is even halfway done, and it's always such a bad feeling. It's always better for you to wait for your teammate to respawn so that they also get the advantage of the stat boost from those power cubes. And with those tips, I'm sure you're going to be playing like a master in no time. But do you have any tips of your own? Please share them in the comments.
Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, Lex. We're on to the next video, chat. Lex was a very good help. I like that. Edgar Ben, bro. What are you talking about?
Welcome to version 51 of the.
All right, chat. Now we got Cardos Gaming, the best and worst brawlers slash pro tier list. Yeah, this is the tier list, chat. This is the tier list.
To best. I want to give a massive thank you to all of these pro players who really helped in making this tier list as good as possible.
This is a tier list.
Literally some of, if not the best players in the world, so you know that their input is good. Let's start things off with the F tier, the worst brawlers in the game. Probably don't play.
How recent is this?
Jackie is.
I think it's like nothing less than like 3 months, chat. I know. I picked recent videos. I picked recent videos, chat. Y'all don't gotta worry about that. I picked recent.
Aren't very favorable right now, and she is completely outclassed by better options, even when you do want to play a tank. Jessie is also staying in the F tier. She still struggles a lot.
What's good, Princess? Sassy Princess.
She has underwhelming stats, just not very good right now. Not competitively.
El Primo is moving from the D tier
down to the F tier.
Oh, that's good.
Even with some slight improvements,
W, man, get there.
Struggling, and he just does not value our
3 months is a long
not
time.
to mention the fact that he just straight up got like power grabs.
Oh, 2 weeks? Okay, that's good. That's good. I told y'all that.
Better Primo. Rose has moved from the D tier down to the F tier. She also fell hard this update. She feeds way too much super. She doesn't bring enough impact. Man, Gigi's also moved from the D tier down to the F tier. She actually received a couple of buffs this update, but she is still easily one of the easiest brawlers in the game to just hard counter. So competitively, you don't want to pick her. Okay, next we have the D tier brawlers. These ones are not really good. You probably wouldn't want to pick them competitively. They're just not as bad as the F tier brawlers. And we're starting out with Chuck. He is staying in the D tier. Honestly, Chuck is only really good for heist, and even then there are better options and pro.
I don't believe that. Better options than Chuck and heist. You have to be a bad team to be.
At the time of recording this,
like
Bolt has not
lose
been
with
released in the
heist
game yet, and the pro players have not had a chance to actually play test him. There's also a really good chance that he's going to get a bunch of buffs before he actually gets released. He might end up being completely broken. I think that he's just going to be really easy to counter. So he's he's in a tough situation. I could have.
He's kind of like Daryl, but like he can. No, he's like a Daryl and Chuck mixed together. I feel like that guy likes a Daryl and Chuck mixed together.
Down to the D tier. He's just dropping slightly. He still gets countered really easily. Just not a great
option.
The only list
is that Damien Searson.
Doug is moved from the C tier down to the D tier. His healing's just not enough to justify picking him over safer options. And like I said earlier, tanks.
I don't know if that's good or not. I think it is though. Depending on what you did, like did you push higher characters? Or did you push
okay, I took a sneak peek at the S tier. It's just Damien. He's the only tank up in the S tier. Hank is moving from the C tier down to the D tier. The current meta and maps just don't suit him at all, and he's struggling for the same reason all the other tanks are. Dynamite is moving from the B tier, skipping the C tier and going into the D tier. He's taken a big hit. The meta just has too much mobility. He has a hard time
this one bad for Stormy.
When you do land your shots, yeah, they're really good, but that's a big if, right? Or when. Miko is staying in the D tier. Very similar to
Nico.
Only good for
I mean, I guess in like actual game, but like when it comes to 1v1, I feel like he's a demon. He could beat a lot of characters, like even Edgar.
Showdown is not competitive or pro. Sam is staying in the D tier. He's very
but in competitive, I can see what he means.
He's inconsistent to play without it. It's harder for him to charge his hypercharge than it used to be. He's just not that good right now. Tick is actually moved from the B tier down into the D tier, dropping significantly. And the reason why is aggressive brawlers are just able to really easily shut him down. He just doesn't provide enough damage. honestly, a lot of the time, his tickle damage from a distance even really isn't that bad to deal with. Okay, next we have the C tier brawlers. These are brawlers that are also not very competitive. You're not going to see them that often in competitive play.
What are you talking about?
Except in very specific situations. On like maps that they just
that's what I'm saying. But he gets not hyper. He doesn't even need hyper. He just needs ult. But if Edgar can't jump away, I guess. I mean, he does have a scarf, so he can just jump away. So I guess in that, yeah. But if he can't, like, he's cooked. Especially if it's a decent Miko that knows how to jump.
So this hasn't really changed very much for her. Ash is moving from the B tier down into the C tier. Again, tanks aren't very dominant right now.
Edgar definitely doesn't diff Miko though. That diff is like he has no chance.
Damage in order for him to charge up his rage. Well, not in every situation, but a lot of the time. That's the
whole point of Miko though. He's supposed to run.
8-bit's moving from the B tier down to the C tier. He's
supposed to damage chip off walls.
Damage, but he's just less effective.
You can't take away his only ability.
From the B tier down to the C tier. Man, I wish
and
Barry
say like
was good because
he can't fight unless he does that because that's like his only ability is to run away and get back and kill you.
Especially where enemies typically try and.
Miko is supposed to do like A because his damage
Bonnie is staying in the C tier. She is
but he's talking about universal rank though.
Overall, she's pretty weak, and there are just better options than her at the moment.
I thought she was D
tier.
I mean,
from the D tier up into the C tier. She has slightly better matchups right now, but she's still not that great at the moment. Grom's moving from the D tier up into the C tier. He went through sort of a rework involving his attack damage getting nerfed. But his X Factor star power was buffed. It made him.
I think they should make his thing go faster, like the drop of it, so it's harder to dodge.
He would be slightly worse than before. Mandy's moved from the B tier down to the C tier. Long range control just
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right now, and that's what Mandy's.
Nah, that's not that's not how that works. Because it have to be. You have to put skill. You have to be. You have to put skill level on both. See, a diff is someone. Okay, y'all don't think a diff. Y'all know what a diff is? A diff is someone that you have no chance against. Yeah, I'm learning that. A diff is something that you have no chance against. That's a diff. A diff can't be something where you have a condition to have a certain skill rate to beat that character. That's not a diff, chat. A diff is someone, if you play this character and y'all fight, it's automatic. You're definitely losing. That's a diff.
He's struggling right now at the top of the C tier.
A diff is not something where a character might have an upper hand. That's not a diff. That's just a better character.
Unless your favorite brawler is in there, then.
Hell no, bro. Groom, fast dead guy was cancer. He does never have that again. I mean, but I feel like if the fact that you can dodge them so much, it just kind of makes it worse. Please don't know Krungle. W Sassy Princess.
Take down specific enemies, and a majority of the brawlers are in this tier or higher, which is actually pretty great. Dare I say it's a sign of a somewhat balanced meta? We got Max staying in the B tier. Still very balanced, still useful.
I want to see
as
Bull
dominant
and
as she usually is, but pro players can always handle Max really well, so she's solid. Nani is staying in the B tier. She's a strong, long-range option right now with quite a few different abilities in her.
I wonder my boy Leon at.
Meg is going from the C tier up into the B tier. She's a decent counter to tanks in this meta, and that makes her a little bit useful.
I don't use her, so I wouldn't know.
Not the best option, but decent. Ollie is staying in the B tier.
I'm not speaking on some of these characters, chat, because I don't use them. So it's unbeknownst to me. I don't know.
Jae Young is staying in the B tier. He received a buff to his gadget cooldown, which hasn't made much
of
of
a
a difference for him. He's pretty much right where he was before. Gale is staying in the B tier. He's a safe option against aggressive brawlers, right? That's what you use Gale for. You pick him in the right places. Otherwise, you don't pick him. Next is
Leon should
Brock
be S tier still, maybe a high A. I feel like high A. I
I
feel like Leon is S tier right now, chat. Like, I'll see though. Let's see, because I love Leon. Y'all know I'm not gonna hate on my boy Leon. I'll never put my boy Leon down. He's raw as shit. But like, I would put him at A tier. But let's see where this guy puts him at. We'll leave him there.
He's still not like game-breaking strong,
Meg
but
is
it's
second
enough
best
to make him at least
legendary,
viable.
say
B is staying in the B tier. Very consistent.
Because chat, y'all gotta think, he's not chat. He's not talking like 1v1 standpoint, chat. He's talking about like team playing ranked. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's talking like rank standpoint. He got like guys from
gets countered by other brawlers.
Fucking thing like, but he's talking about like guys from different ranks and stuff, chat. And it's like, you know what I mean? He's talking about guys from different ranks. He's not talking about like, you know what I mean?
She's still good. Draco's moving from
y'all gotta think of the way he's talking about it. He's talking about rank. He's not talking about like 1v1 standoff.
I still like to use him in certain situations until you get up until like mythic. Legendary.
In the list, he's S, but he's borderline
Colt is moving from
high
the A tier
A.
down to the B tier. He's still strong, but no longer top tier. I guess this is about how long it took for Colt, who was one of the first brawlers to get a Buffy, to go from being game-breakingly OP and broken and strong down to like just average.
Right.
It's kind of nice to see some.
It's usually how it goes, though. You feel me?
not actively breaking the game.
So who was the first people to get buffies, chat? Let me know. Do y'all know?
Very solid as far as close range brawlers
Was
go.
Shelly there
Not very
too? I feel like
dominant.
Shelly would be there.
Excellent
Shelly, Bull,
skills
and
are
Colt. That's what I'm gonna guess.
Otherwise, still kind of average. Carl is staying in the B tier. Just a very all-around good, safe pick. A great like first choice a lot too. He doesn't have a whole lot of like super hard counters. He's got some health. He's got some mobility. He's got potential for lots of damage. Just a good pick. Daryl's moving from the C tier up into the
Leon
B tier.
definitely
Daryl actually
counters him
received a
though,
huge buff
to an
his
extent.
super
I mean, if
damage,
he has
which is
ult, Leon
playable
can just
despite
nerf back with
tanks
his
hurting
heals.
quite a bit this
I mean, with his
update. That's why Daryl's moving up. Daryl Mains can rejoice.
Sting, I don't
Janet
know.
is staying in the B tier. She continues to just be a good, consistent
Not a
choice
counter though,
that
because I
is
guess he does have a
particularly
chance.
good
That's not a counter. My
against
bad.
enemy spawns.
Yo, what's good? You're
So
John
if you have
Local.
an
What's
enemy
good, John?
Nausea, for example,
That's
Janet's a
the best
good
one.
pick there. Frank is actually moving from the A tier down into the B tier. He
Bro,
keeps
what
a
is
good
all
power
that,
crept
bro?
on,
You
and
hungry?
since his nerfs, he's only good in certain situations now. Again,
Spike got a buffy, chat?
it's not completely busted.
Spike has a
We like
buffy?
that. A lot.
I
Poco
didn't know
is
that.
staying in the B tier. He's still
Not
a good,
Nita.
decent option in healing compositions paired up with some good tanks
Oh,
and
dude,
stuff like that.
was
You
it
don't play
Nita?
him everywhere, but he can be played well. Piper is
What's
staying
good,
in the B
TK?
tier. Still a strong, good option in open maps. You don't play her everywhere, but where she's good, she is really good. Pearl's actually moving from the C tier up into the B tier. She had some somewhat recent buffs, and the shifts in the meta are actually kind of starting to help her out a little bit. RT is staying in the B tier. RT remains a solid pick with high upside due to his hypercharge just being really, really strong. Tara is staying in the B tier. She's very consistent thanks to her super and her piercing attack. She can deal with spawners. She's also just really good in a game like Gem Grab.
See, I don't use certain characters, so I don't know, like,
Win the whole match. Lou
know, I
is
wouldn't
staying in
know.
the B tier. Lou is
Piper?
very situational.
I thought Piper would. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Piper would be lower. People talk trash about her in my chat,
Sandy
but she is pretty good.
Just a very reliable utility option.
I like Paco's
Super
place
is
too.
just really, really strong. You don't want to play Sandy in super open maps, but with maps with lots of bushes and walls.
I see people
Sandy
playing this
really
character
excellent.
quite a
Mo is
bit.
moving from the A tier down to the B tier. Mo's still strong, just a little bit easier to counter now. Not quite as competitive as he used to be. I'm
I
kind
don't
of
see
glad
people
that
using
I
him as
avoided
much.
the Mo meta.
Or
I've
at
never
all.
really seen Mo that
Well, I
much.
don't-
I'm not
I
like
don't
playing competitively, right? And a competitive, good, strong
When are you
Mo is just
playing
annoying
Jump
to play against,
Stars
so
on
I'm
Roblox? What
happy
is
with
that?
Melody is staying in the B tier. Just a solid
every damn
option.
brawler. What is Jump
especially
Stars,
in
chat?
Heist. You don't play her everywhere though, so keep that in mind. Shelly is also moving from the S tier down in, or sorry,
No,
from
that's
the A
a-
tier
that's a pretty
down
good
to the
feat.
B tier. She's still a good.
What are you
strong,
doing, though? What are you
counter to
typing,
assassins, and once again is another buffied brawler that after some changes and more brawlers get their buffies is no longer an oppressive option. Sprout is staying in the B tier. Useful and
We're not even on
on the
A
right
tier
maps.
yet.
Not that great anywhere else. So just play Sprout on
Yeah,
the
I do
maps
see some
where
Sprouts.
it's
I'm not gonna lie. I like Sprout.
some good bush cover.
I never played him before, but he seems pretty cool.
Stu is staying in the B tier. A solid
Stu!
ability brawler that in the hands
W
of the
Stu,
right player,
chat.
incredibly good, and in the hands of the wrong player can be incredibly bad. Like my random teammates. Surge is actually moving from
I play
C
Stu
tier
pretty good,
up
I feel
into
like. I
the
play
B
him to
tier.
a
He
decent
actually
degree.
received a slight buff to his supercharge rate, but it's actually the shift in the meta that's really made him more playable now. So if you have been sleeping on Surge, now is a great time to mess
Yeah,
around.
I have been sleeping on Surge. That was one of the
Staying in the
characters
B
that I've
tier. This is
upgraded, but I
weird
wasn't
to me
really like,
because
what are
I
we
just hate
doing? I'm
playing
learning how to
Shark.
play the
I feel
game
like he's
better.
awful.
Like learning
Opposite
matchups and stuff.
pros are way
We're
better
watching a
at the
few
game.
videos, learning how to play the
I
game, and then we're gonna play friendlies later. Chat, I put it in
yeah,
the
you guys
thing.
have to let me know what you guys think of Trug. Apparently, he's a solid close
Shelly was the
range
first
pick,
one to
apparently.
1,000.
Larry and
Like
Laurie
that,
are staying in the B
okay.
tier. They remain solid.
I feel like that's a lot for everybody else. Shelly's like the OG of OGs. She's like on the peak of everything, just like Hulk. I feel like Shelly's always there on the front.
Useful. She's not essential. She's a good healer. She's got some good health. She's got a decent.
Oh,
amount going
Pam!
for her.
People like the shit on Pam, bro.
Squeak is staying in the B tier. He remains a good
Squeak?
option.
I just got
he is
Squeak.
Held slightly back by the aggressive meta. Really good brawlers that can get close to Squeak. Squeak's
Yeah,
really good.
like Leon.
Until you get close to him. And then
Yeah, like Leon.
You could take
My
Squeak
demon
out
Leon.
really
I always
fast.
snuff
Amber's moving from the
Squeak.
A tier
That's like
down to the B tier.
when y'all play
She's
assassin
less
characters, you gotta
dominant.
always look
Just
at like
a
what
good
characters
option.
can you snuff
Penny
on the
is
other
moving from
team.
the C tier up into the B tier near the top.
Let me get y'all a
Certain
tip.
maps
You
that
feel me?
she's
Haha,
able to
yeah,
provide a
little
lot of
pro.
value on. She's a good counter
Girl with this
against
sexy girl.
spawn enemies.
I don't think
or
Sassy's
enemies
a
that have
girl.
Spawns and stuff like that. Pets. Gray is staying in the B tier. He's pretty much exactly the
Might
same
be.
every update. Right?
Says,
Very
bro, I
dependent
have
on his
been
comp. You want to play him with
over
aggressive brawlers so that he can use his teleporters to get your teammates to the enemy faster or to get them up
That
to
makes
the map.
sense.
You don't want to play him all the time, but in the right situations, he's
Yeah,
excellent.
then you reach
Glowy is
Edgar.
moving from the S tier.
Yeah,
down
Edgar-
to the B
okay, let's
tier.
see, bro.
Glowy was really strong in the last update, so
we
they
don't
had
push
to nerf
Edgar,
his
chat.
range a lot.
Well,
And
at the
it was
end of
too
today,
much,
probably.
And so then they actually ended up buffing it a
I
little
tripped
bit.
the 7-year-old
And now
yesterday? Nah, that's
Glowy
crazy.
is pretty balanced. So
Oh,
that's
he's kinda
great.
look
We
for-
like it when brawlers are
Okay, bro.
balanced, especially new ones that end up being way too strong on release. Bo is moving from the A tier down into the B tier. He's dropping slightly, but still remains
What?
pretty strong thanks
My
to
boy
his
Bo?
buffies. So if you don't have his buffies, he's not the
I
best.
thought Bo
option
was
right
pretty.
now.
I thought
That's
Bo
good
would be A
advice.
tier,
If
chat.
you
I'm not gonna lie. I
have a
thought Bo
brawler
would be A
without their
tier.
buffies, you can
Y'all
just
agree
look
with
at
that
this
B
list
tier?
and kinda, like,
Y'all
drop
agree with
them
that? Bull is my
down
main. He's
just
gonna
a
be the
couple
best.
of
I hope.
tiers.
Nah, I feel like
See
Bull's gonna be an
where
A
they're at. If
tier.
they're S tier with
I
their
don't think Bull will
buffies,
be
yeah,
S
they're
tier. I'm not
probably
gonna
B tier
lie.
without.
Just because of the
Ziggy
fact
is
that
staying
he
in the B
does
tier.
need
You see the
close
buff last
range.
update that actually made
And
him so strong.
on the fact chat that if you do use this all and you
Which is
push,
cool.
if you're playing
It's
against
funny
someone
because he
like
was
Call
B
or
tier
somebody
before he got
that
buffed.
does a lot
Then
of
he got
damage,
buffed, and then nerfed,
they can
and
just
he's
shoot
back.
at you as soon as you're coming
Pretty
up on
much
them and
ready.
kill you. So it's just like Bull is good on certain things, but certain things he's not good at. You know what I mean? Bo is a mid A. That's what I say, chat. Like I think Bo is at least A.
So pretty balanced
Even
right
if it's a
now.
low
Between
or
the
a
A-tier
mid, I feel like Bo
brawlers,
is
these are the
A.
brawlers that really help define the meta. Not quite
Yeah,
as much
like
as the
Bo is
S-tier
Bo
brawlers,
is an
but
A.
really
I
strong.
feel like Bo is
You
an
can play
A.
them in a lot of different situations. These are brawlers that are worth investing your
Yeah,
resources
Bo is
into and
definitely
are
an
worth
A.
playing if you
Edgar's
fully
not
upgrade
skill.
them.
I didn't say
Ally
Edgar was
moving
skill.
from
I
B
said I'm
tier
gonna
up
play
into the A
Edgar.
tier. She's very strong on the right maps. There's almost nothing you can do against an ally in the bushes.
Who said Edgar was skill?
There are a few brawlers
Or
that
you
can,
just
and
stating
even
that
then,
Edgar's not
you're
skilled?
likely to just shoot nothing because Ally's up in the air.
Who said
while
that?
it's like jumping on you, right? Very hard to counter. Kit is moving from the C tier up into the A
He
tier.
is?
Oh crap, what happened to Kit? Oh, this has everything to do with Kit getting some balance changes that made him a little bit
Chat,
less
the
useful
whole
as
thing that
assassin,
hold
a
on.
little bit more useful as a support brawler, and some
Let's go back
and
real
are
quick
worth
so I can
playing if you've
explain
already
this.
upgraded.
The thing that makes someone, chat, I want to say this right quick. The thing that makes someone's skill is like a lot of people don't use them, but they have like a lot of trophies with them, chat. If you can get like Edgar has a lot of people with a lot of trophies with him, so by definition he's not skillful. All right, let's keep going.
He's moving from the C tier up into the A tier. Oh crap, what happened to Kit? Oh, this has
I have to
everything
explain
to
that
do
real
with Kit
quick.
getting some balance changes that made him a little bit less useful.
It sounds
as
good?
an
My bad.
assassin,
I
a
ain't
little
even
bit
turn
more
it down like that,
useful
but
as a
I
support
can't pause it
brawler.
really.
And
It
some of
keeps
his
lagging when I
best
pause it.
teammates have actually risen
Bro
up
really
the
gets
meta,
countered by
which is why Kit
assassins,
is actually
maybe
good.
by his B
Charlie's
tier.
actually moving from
Nah,
the
but like
C
not
tier.
certain
He's
assassins, because if
good
you're a Leon and Bo,
counter
if
to
like
close
if you
range
shoot at
brawlers and
Leon
assassins.
and Bo is
She
right
also
there,
has
like right in front of your
some
face with the bow, he can kill you.
that can be a little
Certain
bit more effective in this
sometimes
meta, and she's just
depends on
really
the
good at
situation.
shutting enemies down.
Bro's trying to hide he's an Edgar main. I'm
Okay,
not
so
an
he's
Edgar
moving
main.
from the S tier down to
I
the
just
A
played
tier.
Edgar a
Slight
lot when
dropping
he
slightly,
didn't have
not
buffies.
quite
I
as
used to
good
like
as
him.
he used to be,
I'm a
but
Leon man.
still a very strong option. Shade is staying in the A tier. Very consistent with the strong hypercharge. Just some good value with Shade, especially if you're
Are
playing.
you talking about
Rico's
John's Edgar
moving from
main?
the S tier down to the A tier.
I'm
Oh
a
my
Kenji
gosh!
main?
After changing the map pool,
Like my Dynamite?
Rico is still a solid
Yeah,
option
Dynamite's like D tier, I think,
anywhere,
or C.
just
Was it
not
D,
quite
C,
as
or
good
F?
as it was. Man, the last map pool was just so good for Rico. He got those buffs.
Rico A tier?
Ridiculously strong everywhere.
Chat, is that
Calm
real?
down a little bit.
Rico A tier? I would have never guessed that. Shade too? I can understand Spike. I understand Spike and her. I understand her too.
Enemies that jump onto you, gotta play her the right way, but a skilled Willow is really excellent. Juju is staying in the A tier. She remains one of the best throwers in the game right now. A lot of different options for how you play her. She's really quite excellent. Meeple is staying in the A tier. Very
Yeah,
strong.
I understand. Yeah, I like these A tier picks. I'm not gonna lie. I do like these A tier picks.
Simply for
Meeple,
the
good
fact
A
that
tier
it's so
pick.
easy to hit your shots with
That's a
Meeple.
good A tier
He
pick.
can do a lot with the walls thanks to his abilities. Kenji is staying in the A tier. Remains a very
That's
strong
your main.
option. A good way
Kenji.
to deal with
I think
Smiths.
Bull's gonna be A tier. If he's S tier, that would surprise me.
A good
Yeah,
skilled
Rico,
Kenji
he's-
is a
I guess
real
he's
pain
A
to
tier.
deal with. Kaze is also staying in the A tier. Oh, how sweet. Husband and wife right next to each other. Oh, sorry, Kaze. There
I'll
you go.
kiss him,
Slightly
man.
better. Kaze can be used almost anywhere now because of how versatile she is. It takes a really skilled player to really pull her off. But if you're this is because she receives with Gus are doing a lot better right now, and that gives Gus
I'm not
more
watching this shit.
opportunities to
Don't-
really
don't
shine.
ever bring that character
Oh my
up
gosh,
against me.
Lola's moving from the C tier all the way up into the A tier. Oh yeah. This
Gus is A tier? Okay, I'm actually surprised. Gus is A tier.
and I guess that's made her a really
Kenji's not
solid choice on
skilled.
just about every single map right now. So if you're sleeping on Lola, time to try her out. I've been sleeping on Lola.
I feel like most
I
close
know
range
she was
characters are
A
not
tier
unskilled.
until
Alright, see ya,
just
John.
now. You're like, but Kairos, isn't this your tier list? No, it's not. It's not. I learned a long time ago that when I make tier lists, they're crap. That's why I have a semi-pro take all the feedback from all of the pros and compile it together to make the best tier list possible. Anyway, let's move on.
Man,
Gene is staying in the A
Cornelius.
tier.
We haven't
This
even
is
seen
all
him yet. He
thanks
gotta be
to
higher
really
up.
strong super and some
Genie is A. I don't believe this, bro. What the heck?
The long range of the super is just
Bro,
really
I
good.
tried to play him
Finks is
once,
staying
and I
in the A
couldn't
tier.
play
Just
him.
remaining a good strong option in the right maps and the right modes. If you know how to play Finks, then you know that he's still good. Oh,
Yeah,
poor
Finks is
Ems
good.
moving from the S tier down to the A tier. Honestly,
Esme's
Ems
a
is still
demon,
very
though.
top tier brawler and is a very good brawler. She's a safe
Yes,
option,
easy to use, too.
especially
So
if you're
easy
not
to
playing at the
use.
competitive level because enemies do not play around M's very well. She can get insane value.
Yes,
Even
especially if they're
competitively,
huddling
she's still a very
together.
solid, strong option.
You would think that being together helps you a lot, but against Esme, that's a real liability. You have to spread out a little bit, unless you're playing against a bad Esme player, which I don't understand how. She's not hard to
I really
use.
like Byron a lot because he's really
Oh, Cordelius is A tier.
especially on like some good open maps.
Brian, okay, I understand that. He's a healer and he does good amount of
But
damage.
He's also really good at healing people. And you can even prepare your heals by attacking somebody 3 times really quickly before they jump in on enemies. I don't always recommend doing that. It makes people feel like they're invincible. And when people feel like they tend to play really bad and then they die. But still, Byron's great. Okay, now Clancy is moving from the D tier all the way up into the A tier. Clancy recently received some buffs that made him way too strong in my opinion. So they actually had to nerf his range a little bit. And now he's ending up in a...
Wasn't Clancy S tier?
A good place. Strong, maybe a little too strong, but not useless.
I thought Clancy was S tier. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. Clancy's dumb strong. I think he's S tier. I think Clancy's S tier. I don't know, man. Nija, yeah, I agree.
She can also deal with
Definitely
spawnables. She can
Yo, wait,
spawn
another
enemies as well, and she
YouTuber
has some buffies that are really strong.
online,
Angelo
bro.
is staying in
Come
the
on,
A tier.
bitch.
He's just a really good dominant.
You're
brawler
getting
on
timed out for that.
long-range
Fuck you,
open
mean another
maps.
YouTuber's
Like,
on
he's
and he a
so strong
friend.
and good
Fuck
that
your
on those
friend.
long-range open maps, he's like the go-to pick, right? BB's
Oh,
moved from the S
he
tier
a
down to the A
friend.
tier. She's actually been
What?
nerfed several times since she got her buffies. That has included a few nerfs this update, but
Clancy got range nerfed, he said?
one of the best
Oh.
close range options in the game. Oh man, Mina's moved from the S tier down to the A tier. This is because Mina just isn't as good as like the game-breaking OP broken brawlers right now that are really strong. She gets countered by them. She's still a top-tier brawler. You play her right, Mina will carry you far, but not as far as some of the other brawlers. Which is sad because she's one of my go-to options and has been for a long time. Ruffs is actually moving from the
Mina?
B tier up into the A tier.
Isn't that the one that moves a lot?
He's
Yeah.
top of the A tier, not all the way, but really high up there. So this is because he synergizes really well with some other brawlers that are really strong right now, and that makes Ruffs even more valuable. The fact that you have his hypercharge that can give teammates a free hypercharge as well, and that's just really strong in the hands of the right players. Mortis is staying in the A tier. He received a small nerf to his star power.
Mortius, this makes
but his
sense.
Buffies still make him very strong.
Yeah, this makes
despite
sense.
his
Mortius
play
is a
style
good
and his
character if you play him
meta.
right. But Mortius is a really I would say that's one of the close range skill brawlers. You can't lie. Mortius, he probably takes a little bit of skill. You got to actually time it, because if you time wrong with Mortius, you're actually dead. Most characters can kill him if you don't time it right. So you got to be like a decent Mortius. I feel like that's one of the close range characters that actually you could probably have to have a little skill with him. We have seen we have personally seen a Mortius get 12-0. So
as a Griff main,
yeah.
I'm very excited about this. But also as a Griff main, I'm disappointed that his buffies aren't game-breakingly strong and didn't skyrocket him up into the S tier. Come on.
I don't know who Ruffs is though.
Yeah, so he received his updates this last update, which made him a lot better.
Yeah, Griff's amazing.
Dang it. Gosh,
I don't have to. Yeah, he's one of my favorite brawlers. I had him prestige before he even got his buffies and stuff.
Like,
So
hey, he got his buffies, but he's the only brawler with new buffies that's not broken. So there you go. No, in reality, it's a good thing that they're adding buffies into the game that don't make brawlers too OP.
yeah.
It just sucks that it had to be with my favorite brawler.
We call it ancient the Congo nigga. Gotta go? I see you, bro.
Leon was broken after buffies.
Leon!
Even after several nerfs, he's still a really good choice. One of the top A-tier brawlers in the game. But the top A-tier brawler right now is Sirius.
A tier? No, you're high. This list is wrong. This list is wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Sirius is A tier? This list is wrong. I don't care.
After a couple of emergency nerfs, he was way too strong when he was released, and now he is just A tier. But also, he's still really strong. Very, very good. Okay, next we have
Am
the
I tripping,
S-tier
chat?
brawlers. These brawlers are the
Is
best
Sirius
of
not
the
S? I
best.
thought Sirius would be S tier like
Meta
Damien.
defining. S-tier brawlers are meta defining.
Sirius got a major nerf. I think he's not ass. He's still A tier. Oh man. Let's turn this down. I don't want to get copyrighted. Let's turn this down. Okay. But yeah, though, stop spamming in the chat.
Brawlers are meta defining. Sometimes I try and think of smart things to say. It doesn't happen. But yeah, these are the best of the best. The brawlers to
You got
upgrade,
health
the
nerf?
brawlers to play.
Like Leon?
Before they get some nerfs, because they're gonna get some nerfs. Bottom of the S tier, staying.
No, they say he's high S tier on here. And
He also
these are chat. These aren't his opinions. These are pros, chat.
onto the S tier, but
What are
still
these ads, though? I don't know,
with
man.
his buff, he's making him just great. Chester is actually moving from the B tier up into the S tier. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this is because he got buffed last update to the point where he actually
Yes.
needed a slight nerf this update.
Crow is S tier?
Still one of
I
the
wouldn't
best
agree with that. I wouldn't
players
agree with that. I'll say
in
Crow's A
the
tier.
game, which is making
Chester,
him
that makes sense though. Chester makes sense. Chester actually makes sense. He can beat a lot of characters up close, and he has some good range accuracy.
Is one of the S tier brawlers right now. He is
Who is this?
probably one. He might be the best
Who is
shutdown
this?
brawler in the game. Where you have an enemy.
What's his name, Chad? Who is this?
You know,
Is this
maybe
Cornelius
like
or the
Damien,
other one?
perhaps,
Or this?
jumps on you and you just boom, super on him, and then you can run away. Otis is just really good at just shutting enemies down with hypercharges.
Not just definitely S tier. We already knew
Otis
this.
is in the S tier right now. Oh my gosh, Edgar is moving from
What the
F
heck?
tier. I think he was like dead last. And he's moving all the way up into the S tier. Not the best, but close to it. This is because of
Yes.
Edgar's new buffies and some reworks that instantly made him.
Yeah, Edgar's he's been demon. I'm not gonna lie. Edgar's been demon. Otis?
Played
Okay.
competitively. What? That's crazy. When was the last time Edgar was being played competitively by
So the other one was
I
so the
don't
A tier was
remember, man. Like, in my brain he's
the A
always
tier was the
sucked
other one.
competitively, so this
Got
is
his name
crazy.
already.
I hate to imagine what the meta is like for new players right now, where
Cornelius.
Edgar is a free brawler that you get upgraded for free for playing for like 3 days or something like that. Everybody has him, and he's one of the few brawlers that actually has a buffy. So like you unlock him, you go straight to that Edgar buffy, the claw machine, and yeah, new players, if they know that's the strat,
And the fact that they
that's,
3-stacked it on the
like,
buffies, it makes it even better to get buff. It makes it easier to get
the
buffies.
strat,
I
they
mean,
don't,
because it used to be like, you know, they had 5 people or 4, but now they got 3
He
stacks.
probably needs to
It's
get
better.
nerfed. Pierce is
Crow
staying the S
is
tier.
like
Ever since
the
Pierce's
most
hypercharge
versatile
was
brawler
released,
in the
he's been
game,
pretty
definitely
broken.
S tier.
And even after getting multiple nerfs, this update.
I
still
wouldn't say
one of the
that,
best.
but
Okay, Najee
I
is
understand where
moving
you're coming
to the
from.
B
Crow's not a
tier.
bad brawler. I'd put him at A
Previous
tier though.
competitive tier
But this
list,
is a competitive thing, so my opinion doesn't matter.
we quickly
This is
found out
this is
that
like he said he got pro rank people and
she
like
actually got some big
they
nerfs
did
this
it so
update,
like
and then
this
some
is like
emergency nerfs,
high tier
and she's still
players
one of the best
like
brawlers in the game. Okay, next we have
overall.
Nova Star. She is going
Nigel,
to
she's
start
obvious.
in the
Pierce,
S
oh, I
tier.
thought Pierce would be
Again,
A
at the time
tier.
of recording this video, she has not
Pierce?
been released
S
yet,
tier?
so the
Okay.
pros have not played her. This is just strictly my own opinion of her, along with my semi-pro player Moxie, who helps me make update videos and stuff like that. We have played her on the developer build against bots, and this is our opinion, right? Her attacks seem nearly impossible to avoid. Her super looks like it's going to make her just an extremely strong assassin. She seems kind of like a boring brawler in terms of her abilities. They're not like,
feel like her speed buff is so
particularly
good.
flashy or new compared to all the other brawlers that like Brawl Stars has been killing it with new brawler mechanics, and she seems pretty basic, but I think she's gonna be really strong and a very hard hard brawler to counter. Okay, but now we have the top 3 brawlers in the game. Colette is moving from the D tier all the way up
You say he's
to
most
being
versatile.
the 3rd best brawler in the game. Just like most
Yeah,
brawlers,
that's why this bitch is banned. She's banned in all of our games. I don't care, man. This baller right here is banned in every game, bro. I don't care, man.
On her
She's
release,
just not it.
that made her unkillable. They had to actually remove her from the game temporarily. So
Yes,
people
and
couldn't
get
play
her down. I've never seen that before, unless they've done it before. I've never seen that.
She's still really, really strong. She's just a really,
I don't know if they've done that
really
before. I've
excellent
never seen it
option
before.
right now. Oh crap! I just
They have to
realized I
remove
forgot
her from the
Brawler.
game
Sorry,
first.
everybody.
Like, but damn, for like a whole day
Lily
too.
Is staying in the A tier, right between Jean and
Lily?
Lola. That is Lily's position. Sorry about that. She's just a good, decent assassin, top tier. Really makes for some excellent plays.
Yeah.
Great choice. Sorry, forgot her. How did I forget
She's good on a
her?
1v1
Because she
too.
disappeared
Like
into the
any
shadow
1v1
realm, and then
situation.
she stabbed me in the back. Okay, second
That's why we
best brawler
ban her.
in the game right now, Lumi. She's actually moving from the C tier all the way up into the S tier.
What?
#2 in the game. So Lumi received an insane projectile speed buff, and that made her too strong. She also received a health buff to make things even worse. She was underleveled, and now she's overleveled. A great choice right now, but
Okay,
not
I don't
as
play her,
great as
so
the
maybe
best
she is. I don't
brawler
play
in the
her. I don't
game.
know.
Could you guess? Did you guys guess? It's Damien. That's right.
Yes,
Damien is
Damien's
starting out. The
freaking
newest
yes.
brawler is the newest OP brawler. He's actually already gone through several emergency nerfs.
Yes, and he's still good. He's still
Yes,
broken,
this tier
man.
list was made after he actually got some nerfs.
The fact that he got nerfs, chat, and he's still broken is crazy. My bull is the worst. Nah. Lumi actually mid. Wait,
And that is
nerf
every
on what?
brawler ranked
Best,
from
worst on
to
what?
best after this update. If you
Oh,
want
Bull
to
is
take
A tier. They
screenshots
put Bull
of
at A
everybody,
tier.
Just don't crop my face out. Thank you very much. And again, massive thank you to all of the pro
that
players
good?
who helped make this tier list possible.
Okay. Next one, chat. Thank you so much to that guy. What's his name, chat? Kratos, bro. Thank you so much, Kratos, for that, bro. I appreciate it, Kratos.
Let me guess. Most of the time.
Alright, the next video, chat. Gabby Gaming. This is why you're dying all the time. Let's go.
We're gonna analyze the thing that is causing 99% of Brawl Stars players to die multiple times throughout a match.
We're supposed to be S tier? Nah, because you gotta remember. Hey, Cooking. Think about it this way. Hold on. Think about it this way, Cooking. Think about it this way. You gotta think about versatile. Bull is not versatile in the sense that he's only a close range character. Like, you can't play him on everything because he's a close range character. Like, you can't play him on open maps. So, like, the fact that he's not versatile makes him A tier. Yeah, like, the fact that he's not versatile, and like Crow, for instance, he put him at S tier because I guess he's versatile. Versatility means a lot, chat, especially when it comes to rank. And what do you mean and? This is for rank. What are you talking about? Versatility matters because you can't beat everybody without versatility. You can only beat people who are a close range character. He's not broken. Bull's not broken. He's very base. Well, he's a little above base. He's an A tier. He's not broken though. Are you saying he's broken in the terms that he needs a nerf? Bull does not need a nerf. I wouldn't say Bull needs a nerf at all. He's very base. He doesn't need any nerfs. Bull stun went from 3 seconds. Yeah, like they already, yeah. And they nerfed him already too, so
every game mode has different objectives.
He's not S tier. I would agree with that. He's a high A tier though. You gotta give him that. He's a high A tier for sure. I wouldn't say he's S tier though. He's not versatile enough.
But it gets better because now we're gonna take a look at the map. In fact, let's take a look at every map. Maps can be categorized
like Kay's. I think she's super bad. Well, not super bad. I hate her, but she's very versatile. I can admit that. She's so versatile that it puts her way higher on the list. Like, she's very versatile with her switches.
No walls or in areas with a lot of walls. But picking a brawler for a specific map is hard if you don't have a clue on exactly what to do. To make your life easier though, I created a list of the best map description for each brawler's category. Next up, every brawler can either be played as a mid, a lane, or both. These are called positions, and they're basically the essence of positioning. That's why I created this list as well, indicating all brawlers' positions.
Buzz is annoying? Yeah, that makes sense.
How you can pick the ultimate brawler. This is where all those lists I gave you earlier come in handy. So first, take a look at the map that you're playing. Then, pick the position you want to play, either mid, left, or right lane. Once you do that, analyze the area of the map and choose the best category for it. After you're done, you should have a list of brawlers that are perfect for that specific position in that specific map. Also, you can see these symbols under each brawler. They indicate if they have gadgets, star powers, and gears equipped. You can also tell from this symbol that someone has their super ready, and from this that someone has their hypercharge ready. If they have them both ready, it looks like this. Okay, these tips were all theory, but now we're gonna analyze the practical side of positioning. Before that though, a gentle reminder.
I didn't even know that.
This video will help you become better.
I never knew that.
Me become better as well by dropping a like on the video and subscribing. I promise you won't regret it. Now the first thing you see when the match is loading up is your team composition as well as the enemy composition. Now that you have this information, you need to know which one of the opponents you need to face so that you or your teammates have a better matchup if possible. That's where lane switching comes into play. It's simple. Keep your lane if your matchup is good, but change lanes if your matchup is bad.
Right.
And keep
somebody told me that in a different video. I understand that now.
The thing is, it's really difficult to know the best matchups for every brawler. Unfortunately, I
you
don't
forgot
have a list
Buzz
for that yet, but I will be making a video
you
on
put
what
Buzz
are
up?
the best and worst matchups for
I put Buzz
every
at like
brawler in the
AB tier.
future, so
I don't
stay
put him
tuned.
at S.
Okay, the match has started. What
You
should
see
you do
someone
now?
super
You need to
going
create
low,
pressure. The
good.
thing that most players struggle with is how to do this damn thing. But don't worry, because I'm gonna briefly cover the best things that you can do to easily create pressure and push the opponents back. First, try
I never
winning
knew
your
that. See, I'll be
matchups.
knowing when I'm
This
finna
is easy
use
for the
duo.
most part if you got
I had to
the
start
right
doing that.
matchups
I didn't
from
know
the
that.
start, as mentioned before. For example, don't go to the Shelly lane as a Mortis, but instead go to the Sprout lane. When you win your matchup, or at least get the opponent low, you can start pinching with your teammates. Pinching is the definition of shooting an enemy from two different angles.
That's another thing we have to learn, Chad. We have to learn matchups. I feel like that's the problem here. We have to learn. I don't understand this too much because I don't understand matchups. Like, I have to understand matchups better.
You can't go into a 1v3 expecting to team wipe the lobby. You need to be a team player. So you
Buzz
should
me,
push
Buzz
forward
right
with
here,
your
temporary
teammates
bar,
if the
that's
enemy is low, but you should back down if your team is low or even dead. If you're getting pressured now, start focusing on the opponent that creates the most of it and try to take them down. For example, in penalty kick, if you don't have a thrower but the opponents do, you're screwed. If they manage to get you back to your spawn, you're not getting out of there unless you kill the thrower. So try coordinating with your team and pinching the thrower, which in this case creates the most pressure to take.
Oh, and chat, do y'all have any other videos? Because I have like a couple more videos, but like, do y'all have any other videos that y'all like know? Like, let me know now, because that I know Stormy said one video. Let me know if any of y'all have any like Brawl Stars videos, preferably more popular, so like, you know, it could be more enjoyable for people. I pick more popular ones because it's like I want it to be more enjoyable for y'all.
Team can have a chance to push up the map again. In general,
It's
try
kind of funny
to
whenever
count
you
the
say
opponent's
that.
ammo and their abilities, such as their gadgets, supers, and hypercharges, and try guessing when they will be available again. That way you can predict their next move. If a Piper is facing against a Mortis and an Edgar, for example, she can use her knockback gadget and her super to defend. But if you know that she used both of those and now she's not close to getting them back, you know that she's gonna back down because she doesn't have any other way to defend herself. Now it's your chance to pressure her and go for the kill. But it gets even better.
Yeah, let's do that, chat. Hold on, let me just go back real quick and say this. Chat, just send videos in the Discord, chat. If y'all want me to react to some videos right now of Brawl Stars, because after we're done with this, we're going straight into the game. So just put the videos in the Discord, and after I'm done watching all these 6 videos, we'll get into it.
And now she's not close to getting them back, you know that she's gonna back down because she doesn't have any other way to defend herself. Now it's your chance to pressure her and go for the kill. But it gets even better, because when talking about
how to learn's not done, chat. We got a lot of learning to do, chat. There's a lot of aspects to Brawl Stars.
How can you do that? When it comes to controlling, the bushes are the spots that you should be looking out for. So you need to.
And we're still not even gonna have all of it, chat. We might do another reaction stream because I gotta understand matchups. I don't think I got a good one for matchups. I'm not sure if I got a good video for matchups. I gotta understand matchups better, chat. And I feel like that's gonna be a long video in itself.
Every video game, but how can someone control the bushes? The 2 basic strategies are to either go a tank or an assassin to sneak up on the enemies, or play a tank counter, usually with vision gear, to counter any aggression. Keep in mind that you can also break the bushes, but that is an advanced strategy that we're gonna cover on another video.
Yeah, I wouldn't understand. 50 minutes, chat, that's kind of crazy. Chat, don't sit in like a 50, like 30 minutes, okay, chat? 30 minutes, like maybe 35, chat, but like 50 minutes is crazy, okay? That's a whole hour. That's crazy. For one video, I think the highest video I have on here is like 30 minutes something. Alright, bet. Hope you get it, Cooking. Well, you will, because you're pretty close.
You get angry at your teammates every single game, and you play worse than ever, especially if you're playing with randoms. Just close the app, go do something else to keep your mind off the lose streak, and once your mentality...
Just give like another video, like 30 minutes or like less, around 30 minutes, chat. When it hits 40, like it's too much. Above 40 is too much.
Casual players from time to time, this means that it can certainly happen to you as well. Therefore, relax, reset your mindset, and keep going when you feel like it. Apply this in your real life as well. Not necessarily a break from your screen, but a break from anything that doesn't allow you to focus on what matters the most. There are a lot of tips that can be mentioned for positioning, but these are the most important ones. Without these, you will just continue to die, wondering what happened, until you learn from experience. But experience takes time.
So it's mostly like matchup and lane switching.
To watch the video again and take notes this time to get better a lot faster. If you made it this far,
yes, chat. Thank you so much, Gabba Gaming, bro. Okay, we're gonna go to the next video. Thank you so much, Gabba. Let's see how much videos we have left. Hold on, I'm gonna do this real quick. Okay, 2 more videos left, chat, and then we're gonna get to y'all videos. 2 more videos. Oh, already in the video, bro.
Just for you. For example, protect your king, and we had blue King Frank and red King Frank, who represent the Clash Royale design. Also playing tic-tac-toe in 3v3 or 1v1 version, 5v5 team pool, blind Piper, and
but this one was good.
much more. So much
for trio though? No, we're gonna my bad. I'll trip. For trio. Wait. Oh my goodness. I'm tripping, chat. Okay.
Gotta go back here. Yes, the other gadget, good to know. Also a super at this. Today I have incredible...
My bad, chat. My bad.
For you, for example, protect your king, and we had blue King
Frank and Red King,
Your King
Frank,
Bonnie.
who represent the Clash Royale design. Also playing
Gave you two
tic-tac-toe
that.
in 3v3 or 1v1 version, 5v5 gene pool, blind piper, and so much more. It's so much fun recording this video.
Oh, chat, we do. Yeah, chat. This is the mini games, chat. Yes, 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 yes.
It's a fantastic switch.
We want to learn mini games, chat. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Just a cool thing to really enjoy Brawl Stars, to have some fun in the foreground. And now, don't forget
We do want to learn
subscribe
mini games.
if
Let's
you're
do it.
curious about all maps today, and let's go.
Do y'all not care about mini games right now? Let me know. I did want to learn mini games, but if y'all don't care, we can skip it. I wanted to learn mini games, but if y'all don't care, we can skip it, chat. Do y'all want mini games? Nope. Like, no, you don't care, or yes, you want to watch it.
Has like over 100 maps that took a lot of effort to create, so just a huge shout out to this guy. And now let's go with the video. And the first map we have Protect Your King. For this one, we are buying another King Frank skin. So I hope I got my skin. Oh yeah, here we go.
Y'all always asking me for mini games, gang. Well, not y'all specifically, but people always ask me for mini games. I'm trying to learn.
Okay, and yeah, we are playing the blue king, and our opponent in the other team will play the red king. Like that, it's actually so cool. Like biggest highlight of it all. And
Okay.
you have two kings. Hello everyone, and welcome.
Alright, we're gonna watch how to dodge,
Today
chat.
we are
How to
doing a
dodge. We're
dodging
watching how to
guide.
dodge.
Many of you asked for it, and here it is. In this video, you will learn a lot about basic movement, how to dodge certain brawlers like
I'm gonna get these
Spike
other.
Purple,
Hold on, I'm
for
gonna get these
example,
other videos
and many
in
other
the
things.
mix.
So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this video. Action.
Gonna get some of the other videos in the mix real quick.
So the first thing you have to be aware of, and that tells you a lot of the brawler, is the movement speed. So as you can see here with 8-bit, we are very slow. B can just click auto aim and will always hit us. So B is not even aiming at this point. And now with Gene is quite a lot faster. B will click auto aim. You already can see that the shot is not hitting us unless we are doing like a sidestep. And we obviously also have fast brawlers, so they
Right.
dodge even better. Also with like the super, there's like no way auto aim could hit you anymore. So as you can see, you have like very slow brawlers like 8-bit, brawlers that are a tiny bit faster like Surge, normal movement speed like Nita, fast movement speed which most likely affect tanks.
Chat, these aren't
Tanks
learning
is
videos though.
fast, so they can
Hey,
reach their enemies.
Krongo, these aren't learning. I don't learn
And
anything from
very
these. These are just
fast
like.
movement speed. So the difference between
Jesus,
all those
box.
is the auto aim range is getting shorter.
Yeah, these aren't
depending
like.
on how
I want to like
fast
chat
the
like
ball
something we
is.
can learn
For
from,
example,
chat.
you can stand quite far away from an 8-bit and still hit him with like a lot of auto aim. But if a tank does a sidestep or even max with
We
a
wanna
super,
learn
for
things
example,
today.
you will hit nothing with your auto aim most likely. So that's a thing, that's a basic that you should always have in mind. Because auto aim is a very important mechanic in the game. Like everyone is auto aiming, especially when your opponent is quite near to you. So that's the first basic. Movement pattern. So it's extremely useful to know what movement pattern is. For example, if you just go like a straight line against auto aimers, shelly gadgets, etc. Like walking a straight
that's
line,
true.
or the wiggling, like doing the zigzag thing, trying to dodge like this, doing small zigzags. The problem here is just don't do that too often. Don't do like the tensai style, or you will experience that you can just be auto aimed. So if you just do this all the time, people like, or let it be this, people will just click auto aim and hit you. And if you actually do it a bit systematic, like that, going a straight line a bit, then
This is
doing
kind of shorter than I
zigzag,
thought
you
it'd
know what
be.
I mean?
Do y'all have any other
As
videos, chat?
random as possible,
None?
doing,
Like
a
any, like-
second just into one direction, then doing some
You know?
wiggling, some side steps, etc. That's
What do you do,
actually
Bobby? I
good
don't care.
movement, but just doing this,
Sneak
that
thug?
is not a good movement.
Yeah.
You will just get hit by auto aim. Like every above average player will just realize that he can click auto aim. And
Yeah, chat, I'm gonna play the game
also,
after watching
as I
and put
said,
this into
against
motion.
auto aimers or in a hot situation, sometimes it's quite useful to just walk a straight line. And also the most important part is move as random as possible. So your opponent
Right.
does not know where you go.
Just some funny vids right now. This is not the video today. We're not trying to be hilarious today. Because I thought about putting, I'm not going to lie to you, Krongo. I thought about putting some funny videos in here, but I'm like, bruh. Today, we on learning time, chat. Like, we on learning time. If we, like, watch a funny video, it's going to erase all the learning I just did. Like, I'm going to forget about everything. So, we're trying to keep that stuff in our mind. We don't want to erase
Alright, so
our hard
more
work
specific
stuff with
Spike
humor.
will always shoot at us now.
That's good.
And
Specific top 10
for
is much
Spike,
more
it's
accurate.
just learning the pattern, you know. So, for example, you can always stand here. And as you can
But I don't want to
see,
watch another
the
tier
pattern is
list.
quite
That kind of
simple.
sounded.
If
That
you have
sounded
learned
kind of
it
like.
once, also
You
from
want to watch another
the
tier
opponent's
list?
side, you know, just go a bit to the left. And
It's like we got a rough
works,
draft
as
of
you
like
can
it though.
see
I feel like that was the
also
point to
on
get like a
the
rough
left side,
estimate
it's a
on
bit
like where
different,
characters stand
but
and
it
what to
also
worry
works.
about.
It works from different angles, just like this, you know. So that's just learning the brawler pattern itself. Okay, so about
Not a
Shelly,
tier
Shelly
list,
will
a
now
top 15.
activate her gadget and click auto aim. And we are just, as you can see, I
Top
always
15
recommend
brawlers?
just using in a straight line when going against Shelly, because it's quite hard to hit the shots with the Shelly sniper gadget. And now Shelly will also aim a bit. And here
Just send
you
me a
can
video
see,
in the Discord.
like even when she's aiming, it's quite
If you want me to
simple
chat,
to
just send me
dodge
videos in the
her,
Discord.
you know. But in short,
Or
when,
watching
like,
this.
the Shellys are not expecting it, I recommend using it.
I'll watch it if it's a learning video
Sometimes
and
if
it's
you know,
pretty
okay,
good.
your Shelly got some aim and she's not falling for it, then you gotta do some side steps just like this. Okay, so now I'm showing you how to dodge Cordelius. If you walk zigzag or sideways, you know, whatever, also when he gets you into a zone or something, you can literally just zigzag him and only one projectile will hit you. Also, if you think like, okay, Cordelius supered me, I'm dead, you're not dead. You can actually zigzag and avoid a lot of damage just like that. There's some more
But that's if he's
for
shooting
example,
straight,
like
right?
Brock,
But
you
I
want
guess-
to avoid standing on max range,
Like,
but
is there a way to
actually
shoot,
get on
like,
half
different with
range of the
Cordelius?
Brock, so it will be much harder for the Brock to then hit a single shot, but it's so much easier for Brock when he's at max range to make use of the bigger hitbox. And for Cold, it's more like try to move as much zigzag as possible, try to react a bit, you know. With Cold, you gotta aim with your movement, not just aiming, but also going with your shots, so it's a hard brawler. Sometimes you will be able to dodge Cold's shots easily, and sometimes you just need to react. So if you realize, oh, okay, these projectiles are all going to hit me, so you just react on that and change your movement. But sometimes, yeah, the Cold reads that and does some insane plays on you. So I could go through like every single brawler to show you how to perfectly dodge them,
Yeah,
but that will go too far.
auto
We're just
aims,
staying
we
with
do
the
a close
basics
one,
here.
or
If the
something,
support
okay.
of this video is crazy, I will do a longer version of his dodging guide and actually explaining like every single brawler, how you can dodge them, how to shoot with them. That will be a new video idea, but we will see about that. Alright, and the big question is like about Showdown. So how do you move in Showdown? That's a bit more complicated, where you have like a lot of 1v1 situations where game knowledge and game sense gives you a huge advantage. For example, if you're like in a Shelly and Search 1v1, or let it be Spike versus Spike, also like in duels, or if I'm playing Shelly and my enemy is playing Spike, dodging curveball in general made me win so many games, literally because I just have the game sense and I just know how to dodge a curveball.
Alright, y'all wanna watch top
Spike
15?
matchup
Okay, we're gonna
was
watch the
much
top
easier
15
and it
next.
wasn't
Okay,
really a big threat. So if you can't
I'll
dodge
put it in my
curveball,
history.
the chance of losing is much higher. In Showdown, especially
it
in
in
my
my history real
situations, I
quick.
play like 1v5 or 1v4,
Top 15
1v3,
brawlers.
whatever, quite often. So this movement is a bit different. It's not like just focusing on one player or one Spike and dodging some curveball, but it's actually having in mind that two players are aiming at you at the same
Yeah,
time.
I learned a bit from this, I'm not
and it
gonna lie.
makes it
Like,
so
how to
much
move
harder.
against certain
Actually,
characters, that's very
flawless
good.
moving here, really not always working for me. I think that's quite impossible for anyone to always pull off that type of play. But I have like 30k solo Showdown wins, let it be like 100,000 top 4 solo Showdown wins, and the no teaming error. I also learned
We'll do another
how
Gab
to
video. That
dodge
guy was pretty
against
good, right?
multiple players. So for example, in my Draco push, when a Lily focused me, a Shelly, like I was focused by 3 or 4 people. And obviously you cannot like calculate dodging 4 players at the same time, you know, it just goes too far. But you know, I'm waiting for the Shelly to shoot, then focusing on the next shot of the Lily, for example, throwing her super, then again focusing on the Shelly again, trying to use a wall to so the third player cannot hit me. It's really advanced dodging. It all comes with game sense. And yeah, if you want to learn more about that, smash the like button so I can give you more dodging guides, so I know you guys are really hyped for it. And yeah, that's pretty much all of it.
Yeah, I love this. I love this.
Of dodging in 3v3, it's a lot
I love that it
more
does
than
specific
Showdown. For
characters
example,
too,
if you have that Spike
because
matchup
Piper was
in
a
your
problem
lane,
for me.
you know
You
how
like
to
her
dodge
hitting her
with
shots.
curveball experience. Against a thrower like Dynamite, you just have to read him. You cannot dodge Dynamite always, especially when he has a super ready. And you can build an incredible amount of experience relating to dodging that just comes by playing, practicing, learning how to dodge single brawlers, learning how the game works, learning how to handle it 2v1 situation, a 3v1 situation, or in Showdown let it be a 9v1 situation. And from time to time, that makes you a better player. There's a lot more for Brawl Stars, for example, aiming, game sense, as I said, also having good teammates, good team synergy.
Yeah, okay, let's go to the next one, chat. I just, hold on, there we go.
Top 15 brawlers to max out,
you wanna watch this?
And for trophies to carry your team. Stay
What's good, Brian?
Some of them will surprise you. Starting at number 15, we have Lumi. After the balance changes came out, Lumi got a new buff to her attack speed, and that alone was enough for her to become a really good brawler again. She's super versatile, as she can be played both as a controlled brawler.
Oh, chat, if y'all like Death to Fly, the video just dropped with him, so.
And Frostbitten gadget, and as a tank counter with her half-time star power. She has the potential to deal insane amounts of damage really quickly, but make sure you're not picking her against assassins or throwers.
We don't have any more videos, right?
One weakness. She thrives in more open maps and in modes like Brawl Ball and Hot Zone. And number 14, we have Meeple. Meeple didn't get any buffs or nerfs, but for the past few months, he has been a super consistent brawler. He has 2 amazing gadgets that can be used depending on his matchups, and he deals a really good amount of damage for a controller, especially while shooting behind walls with his do not pass go star power. You can literally play Meeple in any mode except Heist and still carry your team. Just be careful when picking him against super tanky comps. He can't handle.
Oh, and chat, when we start this, we're gonna when we start the next thing, we're gonna reset because I want to change my thumbnail.
A lot of people are still using him in combination with BRAWL or other mobility brawlers in Knockout to form these cheesy comps. But it's not just that. Kid is super strong on his own too. As long as the map has some bushes, you can use them to play like an assassin. And
I'm not gonna lie, I was not watching. I was not just watching. Oh my god, I don't know who 14 or 15 is. I'm not gonna hold you, chat. I don't know who 14 or 15 is, but
brawler with mobility in your comp or not, Kid can jump on top of one of his teammates and deal insane amounts of damage with his second form. Supercell buffed him a while ago, decreasing his attack's delay when in second form, so you can now hit more
for a reason,
easier.
chat.
But it took some time for the community to realize that Kid is actually good again. Use him in more passive modes like Bounty and Knockout, and you'll get.
Oh my, this nigga's cooked with. Kid and Damien is such a tough combo.
Really stronger now because of one reason. His piggy bank gadget. If you have his gadget buffy, you can now throw the gadget, shoot at it, and it'll explode faster, dealing more damage and destroy a wider area. But be careful. Just because you opened up the map doesn't mean you're gonna win all the time. You should combine Griff with a good brawler that has enough range to take advantage of the open map.
Yes.
Otherwise, Griff is only good against tanks and assassins to completely destroy them close to mid-range. At number 11, we have the Spider Girl again. Charlie didn't receive any buffs, much like Meeple, but she was always a really good brawler from the moment they increased her range a few months ago.
I do not think she's number 11.
Just waiting for the right
this can't be meta. This was 3 months ago, chat. This isn't meta.
That opportunity came when
this is not meta.
Became aggressive. She can shut
Should we even watch this? Because this isn't even meta. It's like 3 months ago, so meta changes.
Gadgets, depending on the opponent matchups, with spiders being better overall. But it's not just that. You can use Charlie literally everywhere. And that's because she's not just good into aggro brawlers, she's also good against snipers as well because of that spider's gadget. Just be careful not to pick her when you're expecting the opponent to have a thrower because they're her only weakness. At number 10, we have Mortis. And oh boy, this is a really exciting one. Mortis can literally carry you every time, and you don't even have to play him perfectly. And I'm not even joking here. All you need to have is a really low ping to make it work. If you don't have that, just don't play with him. Or, you know, you can check out today's sponsor, Exit Lag Mobile. Exit Lag is a game optimized just any other assassin. At number 9, we have Bull. Do I have to really explain why Bull is in the list? He's literally one of the best tanks right now that can be used as a really good last pick in ranks or in bushy maps for trophies. And the good news is, he's a rare brawler, so you can upgrade him quicker instead of waiting to unlock him. Both gadgets are good, but if you have the gadget buffy, you should use his T-Bone missile gadget.
I mean,
the
Bull,
heals
yeah.
with it are insane. But
Chat, this isn't meta. We're gonna switch, chat. This isn't meta.